We are in Nosotros social center in the central Athens.
Social free place. It's quite it's quite different. How to? It's not a social center. It's also a social center, but it has different activities.
Okay, so that is what I would ask. So can you tell about the activities that and the projects that connect to this place?
Okay, Nosotros started back in 2005, and it was a thought of people that they participate in the anti-authoritarian movement in Greece, and it was a thought of having a place that it's not a squat. That means that we pay rent to have this place, and the idea was to have a place that with a basic frame of agreement and ideas that more people can participate here, and the idea was to have a place that people can come in touch, and they also have a place to act free about matters like politics and culture and education and stuff like that. That means that we have here in Nosotros from time to time political discussions about matters that they are on the front scene of the political life of Greece, and not only Greece, like it was back in for Zapatistas or for the anti-globalization movement and stuff like that. We also provide free lessons of languages, of Greek lessons for immigrants, or lessons like English or German or French for people that they are interested in learning a language. Also we have music lessons, learning instruments, and some other stuff like solidarity commerce. That means that we are taking products direct from the producers, and we sell them here, but with no profit for us. It's like we sell them and we give the money direct to the producers. Something trying to build a different economy from the capitalist scene. And also it's a place that people can meet and have a drink and talk about their lives and politics and everything.
And tomorrow there is a presentation that you wanted to talk about. Please tell about that.
Sure. For me it's really important because tomorrow our guest is the president of the workers of a small industry in Thessaloniki. They produce glue for tiles, and after 4 months that the people that they own the industry had abandoned them, they disappeared without paying them or saying something. They decided that they're gonna work on their own, the small factory. And tomorrow the president is coming here to talk about this experiment, and also to call to create an assembly of solidarity to the workers in the factory in Thessaloniki. And actually it's the first experiment that happens in, let's call it a crisis Greece, because we had many strikes in Greece since the crisis started, but it's the only one, the first one, that the workers said, okay, we don't need the bosses, we don't need anyone, we're gonna work on our own, this factory, and also we are asking for a legal solution that it will be okay that we are working the factory, that the owners, they won't come to demand to take the machines from the factory and stuff like that, and also that it's legal for us to keep producing our products and sell them in market.
So, since the crisis started, since the memorandum was written and the austerity program started, how has the work you are doing in Nosotros, has it changed somehow?
Has it changed? No, it was... No, it doesn't. It hasn't changed. It's more on personal level. People are more pressed and stuff like that because most of the people here got fired and they are without job now, and we are trying to find solutions to create our own structures about how to live, how to produce and everything. But you know, it's quite new and difficult for everyone now.
And you said that you have connections, you have networks that go beyond the borders of Greece, also to other European countries.
Like in Balkania, we have with Bulgaria, we have some comrades in Bulgaria, and 2 years now they have created Adelante, a free social center in Sofia. We also have connections with the movement of No TAV in Italy. We have connections with Spain with CNT and CGT. Also in US with Z Magazine and ZNet, and also with Boston Anti-Authoritarian Movement, and also some connections with the people from the assemblies of Occupy New York, San Francisco, and stuff like that.
Yeah, cool. What do you think that could be done more, or what would be the next step, maybe in creating big network in Europe that would basically address the problems that come with the precarity, with the crisis, and with the life being very unstable for everybody?
Personally believe that a network is helpful in a level of psychology in the first step, because it's more like you feel that you are not alone, that you are not acting alone, that if you need some help from abroad, from comrades from abroad, it will be easier for you to find some people that they will have an experience in some experiments, social experiments, that they will give you some knowledge to move on and to move forward. But on the other hand, what is more important at that time is we need to be more conscious about what is going on and what are the steps that we have to, let's say, to explore the steps that we have to follow to get in a level that we will be autonomous and independent and not so stuck with the capitalist system, trying to find ways how we will break those bonds with capitalism, and that we will be able to produce and live in different ways, even making creating communities inside big cities of Europe. Something that would be, let's say, very radical and revolutionary, to have some small communities that they will be an example for people to see how it can work.
I agree with you. So let's talk about a little bit about the Occupy or the Indignados movement in here in Athens. You were also in Syntagma Square.
Yeah, we were participating. We were participating not as an assembly that we are, that it's anti-authoritarian movement, but we were participating like individual persons. And it's quite interesting because I don't know if this happened to other countries. For example, what is called Indignados movement, it was divided in two in Athens. It was like the lower level of the square, it was the Assembly of Direct Democracy, and on the upper level it was the, let's say, the more patriots and stuff like that, that they weren't producing any politics. They were just trying to provoke the political system in a very funny way. But the Assembly of Direct Democracy, it was a good step for, first of all, because it was like for the first time, after so many years that you have, let's say, radical movement in Greece, it was the first time that people that they are not so politically involved, they got out of their houses and left their couches and the TV, and they said, okay, it's time to get in real life and try to involve and participate in the assemblies. It was a good step for the fact that many people got out and they even explored their own borders of creativity and politics and everything. On the other hand, it showed that this movement, since it didn't have a precise target, a precise goal of where they would really like to get it, and they didn't, and this movement wasn't really taking actions like trying to create a structure that it will remain after what was going on Syntagma Square. that was a problem because it was all the time got involved about how we will protest in Syntagma Square, and it was staying only very stressed inside the borders of the center of Athens.
But since the Syntagma Square was evicted by the police, isn't there now something like even 50 local assemblies in Athens? And I have heard in Thessaloniki 20, so they have taken...
Yeah, let's say it was... it wasn't exactly the reason that they started, because it had started with very small steps, something like 2 months ago, before the Syntagma Indignatus movement and stuff like that. It was like that. People had realized in some neighborhoods that they were really political active, that they need to do something local. Yeah. Because, okay, the central political stage is very important, but it's only one level of the fight that you give every day. Let's say that the more substantial level, it's the local, the place that you live and the people that you know and you talk, try to find ways that you will communicate and do things.
And I believe that in these assemblies, these local assemblies, they are actually creating these forms of reproducing the life forms. They are doing their own production.
They are trying to. They are trying.
And do you think we will see a new Occupy Syntagma?
No, I don't think so. First of all, there is something really funny about Greece. I don't know how many days you are here in Greece. It's like the end of July and the starting of August. Even if there is something really serious going on, if it's Christmas holidays, Easter holidays, or it will be summer, everything stops. It's like, okay, guys, we have to stop. Now it's holidays, so it's really strange. Yeah. Because we have the example of Spain, that people there keep protesting all through the summer, but something like this cannot happen in Greece.
Yeah, actually I believe in these days, the last week, the Troika has been visiting Athens, and they have been negotiating.
Yeah, nothing happens because everyone is in the islands. Taking vacations, so it's like we could say that you can predict the political thermometer in Greece. You know, if it's that time of the year in Greece, something will happen. If it's this, no matter what's going on, it will happen. Nothing will happen. It's really fun.
Well, we need vacations too.
No, we need to fight. We need to fight and work, because it's something that we were talking about at the last elections, because there was a big possibility that a left party will take the power in Greece. But we were keep asking people, okay, let's suppose that this left party, which is really radical for the rest of Europe, will take the power in Greece. Do we really really the movement and the society has those structures that can support our lives without depending on the capitalism system? I think that's the answer for the movements in Europe at that time, at that moment. Do we really have the structures? No. What we need to do to create those structures. So, okay, I know that we get tired and stuff like that, but it's like a whole year marathon. The struggle against power and capitalism and the state and everything.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.